Hey, Mean Matt here. So, we're here at Survivor Series 2012. And this would be the second year that we would have the Rock Cena feud, which really pisses me off. See, that's just the way it is. But yeah. So, here we go. We have the dark match, which was 3MB, Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal, and Drew McIntyre, aka Drew Galloway, defeated Team Cobra, which was Zack Ryder and Santino Marella. So this was a interesting match. It was a very, interesting match, I should say. Santino Marella is no longer in the WWE, no longer wrestling anywhere, unfortunately. And it's one of those whitewash things, as I've said before. You have an Italian guy who's of Italian descent, but from Canada, and you make him an Italian stereotype. Same with Jinder Mahal. The only authentic wrestler in this match from a different country is Drew from Scotland. And then, of course, got Zack Ryder, who was robbed last year at WrestleMania, which is a big fat fucking shame. But there you go. Anyways, 3MB won. And then we get to the Survivor Series. We have Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, Justin Gabriel, Tyson Kidd, and Brodus Clay. Tyson Kidd, even though he's not in the WWE anymore, I still think about him. He was a good wrestler, but with the injury and all that kind of stuff, and apparently it was deadly, but he is lucky to be alive. Then you have Brodus Clay, who is in TNA, and he's fixing to come back to wrestling. Sin Cara Mystico, of course, from CMLL, and nowadays Sin Cara is played by Hunico, who can speak English and I guess isn't an asshole. Rey Mysterio no longer with the company. He was on AAA. Now I'm not sure where he is, but this was good because he was a translator for Mystico. Anyways, they defeated Tenzai, or Albert, or Giant Bernard. And Primetime players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, and Primo and Epico. Now, the Primetime players made their first appearance in the WWE before Abraham, or whatever that guy is. It's just a good tag team that right now is not together again. They came apart, and then they came back together, and now they're apart again. And then I don't know what's going on there. I like to speculate they're punishing Darren Young for his sexuality, but I'm not sure. I honestly don't know what's going on. But, it is what it is. Primo and Epico are once again doing their Puerto Rican thing. This time. So anyways, we get the Divas Championship match. Yes, the Divas Championship was introduced. It's Eve Torres defeating Caitlyn. You have the tag team of AJ Lee and Caitlyn in NXT, which I can't remember what they were called, but they were really good. It was interesting to see that, and then you go back here, and then you see Caitlyn, and she's doing a lot of muscle fitness stuff now with her husband, and whatever. That's all good, I guess. And Eve Torres, I don't know where the hell she is now. But in any case, you have Cesaro defeating R-Truth at this time. He was called Antonio Cesaro. This was for the United States Championship. And, you know, it would be cool to see Antonio Cesaro. Anyways, you know, with the Intercontinental Championship. But they're still gonna push this thing with Sheamus. So we'll see how that goes. Speaking of Sheamus, we had Sheamus defeated the Big Show for the World Heavyweight Championship by disqualification. Not sure how that happened, but Sheamus won, but the Big Show is still the World Heavyweight Champion, so there it is. Then you have the Survivor Series match. Team Ziggler, Dolph Ziggler, Wade Barrett, Damian Sandow, David Otunga, and Alberto Del Rio defeated Team Foley, The Miz, Randy Orton, Kofi Kingston, Kane, and Daniel Bryan. There was a feud between The Miz and McFoley at this point, I guess. Ziggler and Foley. Team Ziggler won. That ain't no thing. It just, you know, when Dolph was still a heel, obviously. But, yeah, no, I mean, this was interesting to see McFoley back for a little bit, you know. Then you have the main event, CM Punk, WWE Champion with Paul Heyman, still reigning, defeated John Cena and Ryback. Now Ryback's gone. Not sure if he'll ever come back. And good riddance, because who fucking knows if this was any good. So here's the thing. You have a guy like Ryback. I can't remember his real name at this point in time, but he comes in. He is a Goldberg type character. He's undefeated. You have him as a face. You have him as a face. Well, first he's a heel. Or no, he's a face. Then for whatever reason, and it's always happened, you know, to accommodate John Cena. This really pissed me off too. You had John Cena give Ryback his Hell in a Cell match with CM Punk, which was cool, you know. But then you had Ryback turn heel. Eventually, why? So he could feud with John Cena. You couldn't have face versus face. No, you gotta have Ryback as a heel. In which, any case, Ryback was never champion. Ryback never held the World Heavyweight or WWE Championship. He never held the Intercontinental Championship. And never held the United States Championship. And you had Ryback feud with Rusev. And yet, you couldn't even give him. So, and that's the thing now. You have Rusev gone. Maybe he'll join Sandow and Rhodes to TNA. You know, that to me is on McMahon. And that's gonna happen. Then you're gonna go fuck yourself. Because now you have a lot of guys. You got McIntyre, or Drew Galloway, and Damian Sandow, and Cody Rhodes. They're all on TNA. You know? Because they're not getting anywhere in WWE. Because McMahon refuses to fucking push them. I'm very surprised that R-Truth is still there. I mean, he was in TNA for a long time. I mean, he was in WWE, but he got fired. But he was in TNA, and he kicked a lot of ass. Now he's in WWE, doing a hip-hop gimmick, because he's black. I'm guessing. So now what? Why is he still there? I don't know. But this was an interesting pay-per-view. You could have had a lot of shit happen, I guess. There it is. I think next year is going to be interesting. Anyways, talk to you later. Bye.